self-care is not selfish. It's actually the biggest part of showing love that you could offer to your family, your friends, and your community.
As women, we nurture and take care of the world. And so it's just so important to make your health, your self-care numero uno. So
get around people who are going where you want to go and who are where you want to be. And that's exactly what I did. I wanted to be in real estate, so I got around people who were doing things in real estate that I wanted to do.
So you might not be able to move things around or change what happened to you, but if you can change the way that you see it and how you're reacting to it, there's a way.
Just do what you have to do. There's no excuse. This morning, I knew that if I didn't get up at 4 in the morning and clear out my emails and do everything that I needed to do.
You don't want the government to dictate or a judge to dictate how your hard-earned sacrifice and wealth gets distributed to your family and your loved ones.
Our culture is embedded in American culture. There are people who come to America and engage in American culture, which is Black culture. So Juneteenth is really about Black culture, and it's about celebrating us, celebrating the different diasporas of Black people, even the dialects.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to, what is this, day 5? My name is Athenia Rodney, CEO and founder of Juneteenth NYC, and we are super excited again to have you joining us. Woo, woo. Today is all about Nia, purpose. Woo! This is a good one, y'all. Helping us to understand a little bit more about our role in this world. Everyone was brought here with the purpose. Like, we do not just sit here idle and make for holding space, but we all have purpose. There's a reason why we were all brought here. Why am I here and who benefits from my presence is what I am always thinking. In every space that I go, whether it be a birthday party, a funeral, a family gathering, I'm like, what purpose should I serve here today? And there's sometimes that I'm just like, the purpose that I need to serve is to be poured into. That's also a purpose. Again, we talked about intentionality, right? And being intentional about our time, being intentional about our money, and being intentional about our efforts as it relates to our being and being here. So what purpose looks like in everyday life? Family. Raising children with values, not achievements. So one of the things that we do, and my kids have gotten really accustomed to, is for New Year's Eve, one of the things that we do is we write out our goals for the year, but not just our goals, but also understanding a value. What's one value that we want to see exemplified? So I've shared with you one of my core values is integrity, being able to tell the truth even when it hurts. And soften the blow, but still be present and letting people know, like, this is how I feel. And to my surprise, that has caused me to build the best relationships, because I'm not in a space of, I'm just going to say what you want to hear, because I don't want people to just say what I want to hear. I want people to tell me like it is. And I know sometimes that hurts, to just me. Oh, I got all kinds of scars everywhere, like deep, right? Because people, they go tell you, and I do too. And that's where I've learned on how to best share those things. But it's like, yeah, we need to hear it. And because I have a strong personality is not a reason not to share or not to say anything, or because you think that I'm going to fall apart or all of those things. It requires us being able to take a stand. Again, that collective community, right? The collective work and responsibility. How am I helping to make a change? Work, aligning skills with impact, not just income. A lot of times, and I think right now we're in a phase of this more so than ever, where we're aligning our skills to what we want to do. And that's why we have a lot of people starting their own businesses and being let go from jobs. And they're like, hey, I'm not going to look for another 9 to 5. I'm going to start my own business and I'm going to be about something. And that's exactly what what NIA means, identifying what our purpose is, not just following the trend of what it is that we need to, and just to make money. But no, really, what is the impact? Community, serving where there is real need, not just recognition. So not just serving or being a part of a board because it's like, oh, again, what am I going to get out of it? Again, but there is intentionality, being intentional about what you're doing, but not doing it just for the sole purpose of recognition. There's a difference in making sure that those things are not one and the same. And then making choices that honor long-term legacy. What does it look like? The Bible talks about our children's children's children. Like our decisions today will hurt or grow our children's children's children. Thinking about David, thinking about Jesus, thinking about like Joseph, like Noah, Moses. All of their decisions are what we are benefiting from today, whether they were good or bad. Like this is where we are. So just thinking about what do you want for your children? Think about your grandparents, your great grandparents, like just thinking about their stories, their livelihood, what they did. I had a lot of people in my life who were business owners. And so it set me up to be a business owner, to be able to take pride and take courage. Back in the days, it wasn't all that great to be like, oh, I'm a business owner. So being able to do that and to say that is something big. So we're going to jump into a video about NIA, and then we'll be right back.
Hi there, this is Maya at See the Melanin. It's almost time for my favorite time of year, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa celebrates unity and culture. For 7 days, we recognize a new principle. I'd love to share it with you. Let's get started. The 5th day, Kwanzaa is NIA. It highlights our purpose in our community. When we find our purpose, we can help other families in the community. Lighting candles. Tonight we're lighting the green candle to represent Africa. Thank you so much for celebrating with us. Tomorrow I will light a new candle. I hope you'll join me. Bye.
All right, welcome back. So now we're going to talk about, let me fix myself. All right, hold on. There we go. All right, so so now we're going to talk about what NIA is not, right? So I hope you learned something about that. The green candle represents hope, growth, and future. NIA centers us on where we're going, not just what we've been, where we've survived from. So what NIA is not pressure to have everything figured out. Do it scared, y'all. Like that is always my biggest thing when I coach people. I'm like, you got to do it scared because If you're not scared, then that means you're not growing. That means you're comfortable. And God doesn't want us to be comfortable. He wants us to step outside our growing edge. And I always say that. You see them edges, step outside of them, just a little bit, because that is what is going to challenge you to be a better person. And guess what? If you do well, then that's a learning experience. And if you don't do well, that too is a learning experience. And that's something that we want you to be able to grow from. So no pressure to have everything figured out. Go through it in the space that you're in. Do it scared, not compromising, not comparison or performance. So comparing yourself to someone else. And this was a big thing for me at one point, where I would be comparing myself to like something that somebody else did, how they're doing things. And it's like, yeah, you know what? In comparison, I don't know what they went through. I don't know what their storyline is. I don't know, like there's so much to that. So to compare myself to someone else is unfounded. People don't know what I've gone through. People don't know the stories or the things that I had to endure to get where I'm at. So when people are like, oh, you got it easy, I'm like, baby, you don't know the half. And I'll tell you in a heartbeat that you don't know the half. And I'll tell you all the stories and continue, because the stories can't continue to keep coming. 2025 was a challenging year all around. Just thinking about it, I come into tears. 2025 was a challenging year for my family, for myself. Like, we are still moving forward. But guess what? We're looking forward to 2026 and all of its newness and being intentional. So don't compare yourself, because you don't know what somebody went through to get where they're at right now. Not purpose without action. So Nia is not purpose without action. Like I said, collective responsibility for day 3 is really about the action part. Unity is great in theory. Like, yes, kumbaya, we're all together, we're great. But if we're not doing the work, people, then we go nowhere. So not having a purpose, everyone has to understand just a little bit of what their purpose is. And can your purpose change? Absolutely. Your purpose can change based on your situation at the time. Your purpose could be one thing for that moment and then another thing for another moment. So don't pigeonhole yourself, but just think outside your growing edge. Allow yourself to be challenged. Allow yourself not to be comfortable. Allow yourself to be in the moment of what you're experiencing, understand it, write about it, talk it out with trusted individuals, and grow from it. So, reflection. What problem do I feel called to help solve? And I'm always like, oh, I know I can help solve this problem, but is this my portion? Like, am I supposed to? So also being able to know when it's okay to say no, when it's not your portion. So even though you might be a problem solver, you might have the money to do something, it may not be in the cards for you to be able to jump in, because some people have to learn themselves as well. But when you can, you do. Who am I responsible to beyond myself? And really write that down. Like, that's a question to sit down and really ponder. Who am I responsible to beside myself? You can say, the immediate things that your husband, your spouse, your children, but think about your work, what you're offering, what you're putting into place there. Think about places that you volunteer. Think about schools that you're a part of. Think about organizations that you contribute to. Like, who are you helping or hurting beyond yourself? What is your responsibility? And lastly, if my life told a story, what would the lesson be? And one thing that I've always, I'm actually going to encourage people to do is, we're probably going to do a session about this, because I really want to prepare us, and not like in a negative, like, oh my gosh, why are we thinking about death? Guess what? Everyone's going to die. Like, the 2 things that we know for sure, or 3, are that we are going to be born, we got to pay taxes, and we're going to die, right? Like, those are the 3 things that we know, right? So if death is a part of life, then why not embrace it? So what does that mean for me when I say that? Write your obituary. Like, what would you say? What would you want said at your funeral? What would your story need to be? What's the life that you would want to live? And if you write it out and you see that it's not what you would want, then maybe you got some work to do. And maybe that's something that you put in place to work on for this year. What is the story that you want to be told about you if you were no longer here? Is it going to be that you were just all about school, or is it that you were a family man or a woman? Is it that you were always in the community and helping others, that you was busy, but never made time for anybody? Like, what is the story that you want people to say or to repeat about you? Write it down, and then put things in place to start moving towards that. So why Nia matters today? In a world full of noise, Nia helps us to move with direction instead of distraction. And there's so much distraction. And trust me, Lord, I know. I'm like, God has been telling me something, because every time I open my Instagrams and my Facebook and stuff like that, we've gotten our accounts closed 3 times. Have no idea why. But God is good. I know that there's a purpose, and maybe he's telling me I need to be removed from this distractions, right? So that's what I'm taking it as. It's a distraction, and I need to focus my efforts and my energy elsewhere. And so that's what we're doing. Purpose gives meaning to our unity. It gives meaning to our work and our economics, right? To our time, to our energy, and to everything else that we do, our money. That's what purpose does. So Nia. After building unity, voice responsibility, and share economics, Nia asks us to aim it all somewhere meaningful, preparing us for Kumbaya creativity on tomorrow. So I thank you all for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
From the roots of tradition to the rise of reconnection, where history meets the heart of Africa. Celebrate freedom, culture, and homecoming. This isn't just a trip, it's a return. The motherland is calling. Will you answer?